Hey everyone, welcome back to CarScope. Today we've got something freshy and exciting to dive into at a 2026 Haval H6L. Strap in, because we're going to unpack every detail, how it looks, how it feels inside, how it drives, and whether it's worth your hard-earned money. Let's get rolling. I want you to imagine pulling into a lot full of SUVs, and this one just stands out. The first thing you notice is the bold grille up front, redesigned with a more aggressive mesh pattern and sleeker LED daytime running lights that blend into the face nicely. The front fascia gives off a confident, assertive vibe. There's a sense of solidity without being overdone. Below you've got sporty lower bumper trims, fog light housings that are nicely integrated, and sharp creases that lead your eye toward the sides. The hood is subtly sculpted to add muscle without being ostentatious. Moving along the side, the proportions are smart. The H6L is slightly longer than its predecessor, about 50 mm extra length compared to the earlier H6 models, yet the wheelbase remains the same. Cars Guide 1. That extra length adds to presence without messing with handling. You see standard 19-inch black alloy wheels, extended black cladding along the lower doors and wheel arches, minimal chrome accents, and smoothly sculpted fenders. The roofline slopes gently toward the rear but doesn't sacrifice headroom for backseat passengers. At the rear, things have also changed from before. The full-width light bar that used to span the tail has been replaced with more traditional separate tail light units. Cars Guide 1. The Haval badging has been swapped out in some markets for GWM branding. Cars Guide 1. There's a hands-free power tailgate option, and the overall rear end has cleaner lines, less clutter, and a more modern appeal. The lower bumper area gets diffuser styling and integrated reflectors. All told, the styling is confident, contemporary, and balanced. Step inside and the cabin is a pleasant surprise. The interior direction has moved toward minimalism but with substance. Gone is the traditional bulky gear lever in many variants. Instead you get a column-mounted shifter, column stock, that frees up space on the center console for storage and gives the cabin a cleaner look. Cars Guide 1. The steering wheel is redesigned, thicker, and ergonomically shaped with contouring at 10 and 2 o'clock positions. Car Expert 2. You get a 14.6-inch touchscreen infotainment system that supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Cars Guide 1. The digital instrument cluster is 10.25 inches, but with a revised UI for a more modern look. Car Expert 2. There's wireless charging, 50W, USB ports front and back, dual-zone climate control, rear vents, and, in higher trims, more premium touches like ventilated and heated seats, driver memory functions, panoramic sunroof, and more. Car Expert 2. The materials are better, with leatherette surfaces, soft touches, and modern trim elements. One recurring comment from early users: road noise is present in some conditions, but cabin insulation seems improved over past generations. Reddit 3. Legroom and headroom are good for front and rear, and when you fold the rear seats there's a useful cargo volume. The trunk capacity sits at about 560 liters with seats up, petrol version, expanding to 1,485 liters folded down. Car Expert 2. So it's practical for daily life or weekend trips. Under the hood, or hood plus hybrid system, depending on variant, the H6L shares the internal combustion variant of the Xenon Max line. Wikipedia 4. We have a 2.0-liter turbo engine producing 175 kilowatts of power and 385 newton-meters of torque, paired with a 9-speed dual-clutch transmission. Wikipedia 4. The combination yields a 0-100 km/h time of about 7.2 seconds, and the WLTC fuel consumption is around 7.4 liters/100 kilometers. Wikipedia 4. In short, it's peppy, responsive, and competitive in its class. Beyond the pure petrol variant, Haval also pushes into hybrid and plug-in hybrid, PHEV, territory. On the broader H6 family, though not always L-spec in all markets, there are power range choices including a 1.5 liters hybrid and PHEV systems. Cars Guide 1. For example, a PHEV version can deliver system outputs of 240 kilowatts/540 newton-meters in front-wheel drive form, and up to 268 kilowatts/760 newton-meters in AWD high 4 setups. Cars Guide 1. The PHEV models use a 19.09 kilowatt-hours LFP battery with DC fast charging up to 34 kilowatts, allowing 80% charge in 28 minutes. Cars Guide 1. Electric range for FWD PHEV is claimed 106 km, neg, and 100 km for AWD. Cars Guide 1. So the hybrid and PHEV options bring serious punch and flexibility. On the road, the 2.0T version delivers smooth acceleration, good throttle response, and solid torque delivery throughout the mid-range. Gear shifts are crisp, though sometimes you can sense DCT hunting slightly in slow, tight traffic. Ride comfort is decent. Suspension handles broken tarmac well, though sharper bumps can transmit a bit into the cabin. The chassis is well balanced, and the car feels confident in corners. Steering is light but communicative, tied in with modern SUVs in its segment. In PHEV mode, the instant torque from electric drive makes overtakes effortless and gives a different character: quiet, powerful, and efficient. The AWD versions enable better grip and more dynamic handling in tricky conditions. Fuel economy on the pure petrol version is competitive given the power the 7.4 liters/100 kilometers claim is reasonable for mixed driving. In hybrid or FEV mode you can see much lower fuel usage, especially on shorter commutes or if you frequently charge the battery. One caveat: real-world efficiency depends on driving style, conditions, and how much you lean on the electric portion. Some owners mentioned that features like automatic parking or seat ventilation did not always work as promised. A reminder that modern feature sets can bring complexity. Reddit 5, another user comment: in some variants, the indicator sound is surprisingly loud, and road noise becomes noticeable above certain speeds. Reddit 6, so while the driving experience is largely positive, these small quirks do appear in user-level reports. In terms of safety and driver assistance, the H6L doesn't skimp. You'll find adaptive cruise control, autonomous emergency braking, with pedestrian and cyclist detection, junction assist, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, surround view camera, driver fatigue monitoring, and more. Car Expert 2, higher trims also bring semi-autonomous parking and reverse assist, plus a head-up display in some markets. Car Expert 2, the previous H6 models had an NCAP 5-star rating, though it's not confirmed yet whether the FEV or new facelift variants will retain or exceed that. Car Expert 2, now, what about pricing? In the Australian market, for the H6 family, though not specifically L in all cases, the drive-away prices begin around odd $35,990 for the Lux Petrol 2.0 TFWD, and go up to odd $50,990 for the Ultra FEV AWD. Cars Guide 1, the hybrids and higher trims push the price upward but bring justification via features, efficiency, and capability. In other markets, pricing will vary depending on taxes, local specs, import costs, and so forth. But the key is that this SUV aims to deliver a lot of value for what you pay. Warranties and warranty coverage are also competitive. For example, in some markets GWM offers a 7-year unlimited KM vehicle warranty and an 8-year battery warranty for electrified versions. Car Expert 2, all that said, when converting to local currency or comparing to regional competitors, it might stretch higher, but its value proposition remains strong for what you get. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Haval H6L is a compelling package. It strikes a balance between style, tech, performance, and practicality. The exterior is modern and bold without being over the top. The interior upgrades feel meaningful, and the hybrid, FEV options elevate the driving experience. Performance is strong, especially in electrified trims, and efficiency is respectable. Some minor issues with feature reliability or noise may show up, but they don't overshadow the overall appeal. For buyers seeking a technologically advanced, feature-rich SUV that pushes into EV territory without fully going electric, the H6L is a strong contender. If I were you considering this as your next daily companion, I'd lean toward the FEV or hybrid variants, if available in your region, because they add flexibility, lower running costs, and more dynamic character without drastically compromising on real-world usability. The pure petrol version still holds its ground if hybrid infrastructure or cost is a barrier. Thanks for watching this deep dive review of the 2026 Haval H6L on CarScope. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, subscribe for more car reviews and road tests, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next one. Drop a comment below. Would you drive the H6L, and which variant would you pick? Until next time, drive safe and stay curious. Owners, would you buy one again? R. Cars Australia, Reddit.